Morning, guys. Want to share with you a powerful secret today that will move us from mind power, maintain our mind health, and then move us towards mind wealth, which is the true destiny of all of us. We are all meant to be happy, free, successful, and not allow anything in life, no matter how negative or bad, to bother us. And it is this. When I read Your One Word by Evan Carmichael, and when I found my one word, it changed everything, all in a flash of lightning. When I realized that everything in my life, everything I like, everything I gravitate towards, the people I hang out with, it's all about determination for me. I said, enough. Once I made that decision, I cut myself off from retreating. I started writing my book, and here I am. Find your one word. You're one word away from your greatness. Good morning, guys.
Rise and shine!
It's espresso time.
Hey, it's Evan Carmichael, and successful people don't wake up every morning saying, yes, I'm ready for success today. But when you have a morning routine that inspires you, like watching one of these videos, it will change your life. So let's start your day off right together. Grab your coffee and get ready for a shot of espresso from Elon Musk.
I wake up every morning.
Espresso keep me going.
I wake up every morning.
Generally, you want to embark on something, it's desirable to figure out if success is at least one of the possibilities.
Right, exactly.
Because for sure failure is one of the possibilities.
Yes.
But ideally you want to try to bracket it and say success is in the envelope of outcomes.
Yeah.
And I wasn't quite sure if that was the case. I think success on an academic level would have been quite likely because you can publish some useless paper, and most papers are pretty useless.
We have a few. Don't take offense. Sorry.
I mean,
we have
how many PhD papers are actually used by someone ever? No,
that's a good point.
Percentage-wise, it's not good.
Yeah.
So it could have been one of those outcomes where you add some leaves to the tree of knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that leaf is nope, it's not possible.
Right.
Like,
Right.
there goes 7 years of my life. So that was one path, and I was prepared to do that. But then the internet came along, and it's like, okay, the internet. I'm pretty sure success is one of the possible outcomes, and it seemed like I could either do a PhD and watch the internet happen, or I could participate and help build it in some fashion. Like I just couldn't stand the idea of watching it happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
So so I decided to put things on hold and start an internet company.
When you see an opportunity, what do? When you've got an idea that you know could be great, that comes to your mind, but then your inner voice starts taking over to say, you can't do that, you're crazy, that's never gonna happen. What do? It's in these moments that your entire self-identity is created. Because for too many of us, we've created the identity that we get great ideas, but because we don't know how they're gonna work out, we don't know how they make logical sense, we don't take any action on them. And that's how you lead to a life of regret. That's how you lead to a life that in 10 years you look back and you say, I wish I did something. Why didn't I do anything? How many times have you had a great idea that you thought was a great idea, then you see somebody else go off and make tons of money off of your idea? The only difference is they started it and you didn't. It's not that they're any smarter than you or more resources. You probably have more heart, more vision, more purpose than they did. So why are they successful and you're still sitting here? Because they did something on it. While you're thinking about it, researching it, planning it, strategizing it, reading about it, they went off and did it. That's the only difference. It's the courage to stand up and say yes and take action on the imperfect idea. So I look at Adam Duran as an example. I did an Instagram live yesterday and Adam Duran came in. And Adam Duran was an entrepreneur who I met in San Jose. And I knew he was coming to my event. I was doing my tour. And the day before, I'm in San Jose, day before my big event, I see Adam Duran go live on Instagram. I'm at an ice cream shop I go to the car, we're eating our ice cream in the car, and Adam Duran goes live. And for whatever reason, I come up with the idea of I should go see what Adam Duran is doing live. I don't know why, but let's go do it. And I go and join his live, and there's 2 or 3 people in it, not a lot. And so I said, I'm going to join Adam live. I'm going to join Adam live. And so he invited me in. And then my audience starts funneling in. So now he has a bigger audience of people who are watching. And while I'm sitting there talking to him, my event's the next day, I say, Adam, I just got this idea. I'd love for you to introduce me tomorrow at my event. Somebody local, you're from San Jose, all San Joseans, come and introduce me. And he said yes. I never had anybody introduce me at my events. I don't even know this guy yet, right? I mean, I just hung out with him a little bit on Instagram Live. I don't know who he is. I don't know if he's gonna suck. I don't know what he's gonna say. And in his mind is all the fears and insecurities of, oh my God, it's tomorrow. I don't have a month to prepare this. What am I gonna say? I don't wanna disappoint Evan or let him down. It's easily tons of fears on both sides. But he said yes. I asked, he said yes, and he came the next day. And he was so nervous, and he got all dressed up, and he brought a cameraman along with him as well, and he crushed it. He did a fantastic job. The point of that story is to trust your ideas, to trust the things that come into your mind, to trust that they're good, to trust that they will serve you, to trust that they're the right things for you, to stop judging your ideas, to stop trying to be practical all the time with the ideas that come to your mind, because your brain is designed to keep you safe. Your brain is understanding of what currently exists. So it doesn't understand the new things that could be, where your heart can come up with brand new things. That's why you always make the big decisions in life with your heart and the small ones with your head, because your brain will talk you down from it. So in that story with Adam, there were a couple of key moments. One was deciding to join Adam's live on Instagram. Why did I come up with that idea? I don't know. I saw him live. I said, okay, I'm going to go join him. Then when I'm talking to him, asking him to come and introduce me, even though it wasn't part of my model, even though nobody was introducing me at other events, even though I didn't know who this guy was really, but something felt right. And so instead of judging and overthinking, like there was no time to judge and overthink because the event was tomorrow. This idea came to me. I'm going to trust it. I'm going to say yes. And then same thing on Adam's side. He didn't have time to overthink and judge it. He could have said no. He could have said, I'm not ready. He could have said, who me? He could have said, I'm not ready. And instead he said, yes. We were both afraid. We both said yes, and it ended up being great. And that helped Adam, and he's gone on and done a whole bunch of other videos and speaking, and he's amazing. He said that was a big moment for him. We were talking about it yesterday. The more you can teach yourself to go from idea to action is where great things start to happen. The first thing that most people do when you come up with a great idea is we default into research mode. We default into planning mode. And while we're using our courageous energy, our bold energy, you get an idea, you get excited, right? You get an idea, you're bold, you're courageous, you wanna go do something. It's like, yeah, this would be amazing. We waste our best energy on planning and researching and strategizing and talking to a friend instead of actually doing something about it. Where the best thing you can do is to take imperfect action. So you go from idea to action. Idea to action. You got an idea. Default to thinking. Default to training yourself that when you come up with an idea, it's amazing. How about we start thinking, you have amazing ideas. How about that? How about that being the default way of thinking instead of thinking, oh, this will never work. I suck. I'm not good enough. I don't have the resources. This is too difficult. I'll never be able to do it. How about we start to switch the default narrative in our minds that you come up with amazing ideas? That the fact that you came up with it means it's a good idea and you should do something about it. It doesn't mean you go mortgage your home to go start this thing, but it's a good idea. Step number one, right? Your ideas are good. Step number two is take imperfect action. Don't go mortgage the home. Don't go making some big plan. Don't start thinking about how you need venture capital to start this thing. What's the first, smallest, dumbest step that you could take today? Just to do it. Just to do it, just to start. You want to start a YouTube channel? Awesome. Take out your phone right now. I'm filming this video in my parking garage right now. You know, Tuesdays I film the content. Nina usually does some errands and I sit in the car and film content. She finished her errands early. I still have a video to make, so I'm gonna finish this video sitting in the parking lot of my condo. Is this perfect? No. Is the lighting good? No. I'm still here filming content. You can do it. What's the first step? You wanna make a YouTube channel, pull out your phone today and make a piece of content. You wanna write a book, go write your first 3 pages. Like, it's just taking, I call it the 2% difference. You have your goal, that's getting 100%. Whatever your goal, your mission, your vision, reaching that will be 100% completion of your goal, right? Perfect. Don't worry about 100% yet. What we default to do is planning the 100%. Don't worry about that yet. Focus on the first 2%. What's the 2% difference? What's the first 2%? The first 2% is making your first video. The first 2% is writing those 3 pages. The first 2% is going to the gym today. The first 2% is going for a walk. The first 2% is recording your first song. Like, the first 2% is just anything to build momentum. Don't worry about how it all fits into the grand scheme. It's gonna feel like you don't have the plan. The problem is you spend so much time on the plan that you never start doing. You spend your best energy on creating the plan, and then you wake up the next day and you realize, I can't do that. Who did I think I was yesterday thinking I could go do that? You haven't built any momentum, and then you freeze and you stop. And this is how you end up going through this cycle of great ideas and then no momentum, and then another great idea and then no momentum, because your best energy is spent on planning instead of doing. So the 2% difference gets you out of it, and you're gonna feel out of control. You're gonna feel like you don't know where this is going. You're gonna feel like there is no plan. Perfect, perfect. The plan will come. Plan tomorrow. Today is action, 2% difference. So step number 1, trust that your ideas are great. They came to you, so they're great. You're a genius. Stop telling yourself that your ideas suck. They're great. You got to do something on it. Step number 2 is a 2% difference. We're taking immediate action on it. And then step number 3 is just expect to suck. Expect to suck. Why do you expect to be great the first time out? When you first picked up a skill as a kid, you first got on a bike, you first got on a pair of skates or rollerblades, what happened? You fell down. It's normal. Why do you expect your first video to be amazing? Why do you expect your first page of your first draft of your book to be awesome? It's not. It's going to suck. Expect to suck. Expect it to suck. What we often do is internalize that and say, well, because it sucked, therefore I suck. No, that's not what it means. You rock. Because your first video sucked doesn't mean that you suck as a human. It means you're amazing for trying. If your first video is amazing, then I think you suck, because it means you should have started it 5 years ago. Your first of anything needs to suck. We have these impossible standards for ourselves that we say, well, I need to be great out of the gate or I'm not going to do it. And then you get stuck in the never creation mode. Expect it to be terrible. It's okay. It's normal. That's how great things happen, is your first thing sucks. Your first trip to the gym will suck. Your first push-up will suck. Your first video will suck. Your first page will suck. Your first song will suck. All of it. Great. That means you're amazing. That's how progress happens. That's how you start to move forward on your goals, because you don't want to stay stuck just knowing that you could have done something, but you were too afraid. So step number 1, trust that your ideas are good. They came to you, therefore they're good. Step number 2, the 2% difference, immediate action. And then step number 3, expect to suck. That's how you start to make the transition. That's how you start to live that life that you want to live. You've had amazing dreams and goals in the past that didn't come true. Not because you're not capable, just because you didn't take action. Use that as leverage, as fuel going forward, because right now you've got great ideas too. Right now you've got a great heart too. Right now you know that you can be doing something epic. And all that's missing is momentum. All that's missing is your willingness to be courageous, to expect to suck, and then to create. And next day create again, and next day create again, and next day create again. You do that every day, your life will look dramatically different 1 year from today. You're a genius. You've got an amazing heart. The only thing missing from the life you want to live is momentum. Now I've got a special bonus clip that I think you're gonna enjoy. But before that, it's time for the question of the day. I wanna know, what was your single biggest takeaway from this video and your plan of action for the next week? When you watch a video and just get motivated, you have a 35% chance of actually following through. That's what the science says. And that is not good enough, Believe Nation. We need to do better. When you actually get motivated and then create a specific plan of action for what you're gonna do this week, you have a 91% chance of following through. And when you publicly commit to somebody else, like leaving a comment below on this video, it jumps even higher. So I want that for you. I want to know your single biggest takeaway from this video and your plan of action for the next week so I can celebrate with you. Also, if you want to have more self-confidence and self-belief, the science says it can take up to 254 days of consecutive action for you to build a habit. So I've created a special free program to help you where every day for 254 days, I will send you an email that has a link to an unlisted video that if you watch it will boost your confidence forward. The link to join for free is in the description below.
There are just times when something is important enough, you believe in it enough that you do it in spite of fear. That ended up being worse than if we had designed a car from the beginning.
One of the great challenges in this world is knowing enough about a subject to think you're right, but not enough about the subject to know you're wrong.
Before we were able to get the Roadster out, then they'd say, well, you couldn't possibly make that car work. When you want to do something new, you have to apply the physics approach.
Give me example what the
Four, three, two, one. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. Know you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. Know you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. Them old mistakes are gone. I won't do them no more. That's old news, that's new news. I done did that before. I turn nothing to something. My comeback on 100. Let's talk it, more action. You just gon' see coming. I just keep elevating. No losses, just upgrading. My lessons made blessings. I turn that into money. They gotta never settle. This view is so much better. I'm chilling, I'm winning, like on another level. Oh, you can talk all you want. See me as the prayer, nothing I'm afraid of, and I can have it all. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. Know you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. Level up, 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 level up. So yummy, all this sauce so yummy. Know you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. They friends get dropped like weight. Team love don't want no hate. I'm grinding, I'm shining, up, I'm on my way. They gotta never settle. This view is so much better. I'm chilling, I'm winning, like on another level. Oh, you can talk all you want. See me as some prayer, nothing I'm afraid of, and I can have it all. 4, 3, 2, 1. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. Know you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. Know you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. All this sounds so level, on another level. Elevate your level, level. Graduate your level, there's no one on it. Nah. All this sounds so level, on another level. Elevate your level, level. Graduate your level. yummy, all in your tummy. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. Know you want this yummy, yummy, all in your tummy.
Feel the power of you controlling your breathing. In through your nose and out through your mouth. You've got your legs crossed, your back straight, your eyes closed. You remember the truth. You know the truth. That you were born to win, to take control of your life the way you take control of your breathing. One breath at a time, one thought at a time. So let's do that right now. Let's see ourselves doing the best we can as we begin our day today in the best way possible. Winning the morning, winning our mind, and growing our minds and our bodies. And whatever we do. So right now, let's see ourselves doing the best walk we've ever done when that music shuts off. Right here, right where we are, right where we sit. Because we know the truth. After all, we're made of truth. We're made of the same stuff the universe is made of. That's what makes you infinitely intelligent. See yourself right now doing the best walk you've ever done when that music shuts off. When that music goes off, you're going to win. You're going to make it real. You're going to make your dream, your vision, real. Good morning, determination. So good to be here together again today. A new day, a new chance to be better than we were the last time. Here we go, everyone. When I say go, we're going to start jogging. So right now, as you're doing your best walk, whether it's side to side or whether you're simply walking on the spot, I want you to see yourself doing your best jog on the spot when I say go. I miss you so much, Beverly Glen. I miss you so much, determination. But we get to unite right now with this energy. We get to remember. We get to be our true great self. To grow our minds and to grow our bodies, wherever we are, whatever we're doing. And the way we do this is the way we'll do everything. So here we go. Okay, go. Always focus on your breathing. Keep going a little bit more. And stop. Okay, walking back to our best walk. Stay focused on your breathing. Remember, the way you catch your breathing, the way you control your breathing, is the same way you can control your thoughts and your feelings. All right, let's start with some shoulder rolls forward. Let's do 10 forward. And backwards. Okay, let's do some arm circles forward. Feel the power of you controlling your mind and your body. Feel the joy of being able to move your body through space the best way you can. And backwards. Okay, hands on your hips, bend your knees, and side stretch. Okay, let's twist our bodies. Twist. Hands on the hips. All right, and let's do 5 push-ups, everyone. 5 push-ups. All right, let's do 5 sit-ups together. Here we go. Best you can. Okay, and let's do 5 squats. Here we go. All right, and let's do lunges. 3 on each side, arms up. Alternating legs. All right, good. And let's do 10-second plank. Belly's knees off the ground. And stand up again, everyone. And let's reach for the ceiling on our toes. Hold it there for 10. Okay, and reach for your toes, straight knees. Remember to focus and control that breathing. Just reach. It's okay if you don't touch your toes. Reaching is what matters. All right, and stand up. And let's balance. Grab one leg and focus on planting that foot firmly into the ground. Bend the one knee if you have to. Find your balance point. And then pull that heel back towards your bottom. Excellent. All right, and switch. The other one. Find that balance and hold. All right, good. Okay, and now let's hug the one knee. Here we go. Bring that knee up. And again, find that balance. And hold it there. 10 seconds. All right, and switch. The other one. Slowly bring it up. All right, good job. Excellent. Okay, and let's sit down. And look Let's stretch out and reach for our toes. Straight knees. Here we go. Again, reaching is what matters. It's okay if you don't touch your toes. Just give your best. Feel the joy. Feel the process of you working to become better at every movement you make. Every stretch you do. Okay, here we go. Let's do V-shape now with the legs. So V-shape and reach for the floor as far as away from your body as you can. And reach for one side. Hold it there. And switch to the other side. Alright, let's bring our feet together now. And gently push your knees down with your elbows and hold it there for 10. Here we go. Again, feel that power of you in the now, in the moment. Winning. W-I-N, I've heard before, stands for what's important now. What's important now is doing our best in whatever we do. Okay, let's go one leg forward and one leg back. Keep the knee on the ground and go as far back as you can without hurting yourself. Keep that knee down though. Here we go. And switch, the other one now. And keep that knee down. Go as far back as you can. Okay, good. All right. And let's roll onto our belly. And let's push the floor and look up at the ceiling. Cobra switch. Here we go. Hold it for 10. All right, excellent. Okay, legs crossed again. Back straight. Eyes closed. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Now I want you to see yourself right now. When that music goes on, I want you to see yourself doing the best you can on an exercise of your choice. For me today, I'm going to be working on challenging myself to do as many push-ups and air squats as I can. I'm going to see that in my mind right now. I'm going to try to be a little bit better than I was last time. What about you? Think about it. What is there that you want to get better at? What exercise do you want to do? Remember, it's got to be within the rules, safety rules, rules that are there for you to keep you safe. So this is the space we have right here. So what exercise will you do to the best of your ability when that music goes on? I want you to see that clearly in your mind right now. You might want to do jumping jacks. You might want to do burpees. You might want to simply dance, move your body to the music. If you want to play your own music, you can do that as well. I've got my music here. You feel free to enjoy that. But I want you to see yourself when that music goes on, doing the best you can, whatever exercise you choose. Because you know the truth. The way you do that is the same way you will improve and do better at anything. All right, determination, let's go. Let's feel that energy moving up. Here we go. Music always changes our energy state. Whatever you do, you gotta believe that you can do better. Here I go. As many push-ups as I can do. All right, we got 53 today. I gotta remember that for next time. What is it for you? What are you doing right now? Maybe you're doing some jumping jacks. Maybe you're dancing to the music. Whatever it is you're doing, do it to the best of your ability. You were born to be your best all the time. Remember your breathing. Always believe that you can be better than you were the last time. Even if you don't get exactly where you want to be, the process, the struggle, fighting to be better than you were last time, that's what's going to bring you your joy and your happiness. We have our determination. We get to work on that all the time. All right, air squats are next for me. What about you? All right, air squats. Let's see how many I can do here before I get tired. Too tired to keep going, but there's always a little bit more. That's determination. All right, here we go. You can feel free to do the same thing, or again, do your own thing. You got your own dance, your music, whatever you want to do. Whatever you do, do it to the best of your ability. Here we go. All right, how's everybody feeling? We got the blood flowing. We've given our best at something. Feeling the power of us controlling our breathing again. There's no greater joy than that. For me, no greater joy than the awareness of our determination. So sometimes I try to do these exercises and I try to do as many reps as I can in a minute. That's one way to do it. You can change up your intensity, the amount of reps you do, the time you have, that's up to you. But whatever you choose, always try to get a little bit better than you were last time. And once again, legs crossed, back straight, eyes closed, focused on our breathing, back to our breathing. That powerful force, keeping us alive, keeping our energy flowing. And we don't really think about it. We never really attempt to control our breathing. Most of us, anyway. But we were born to do that too. To remember that in any moment, we can take charge of it, the way we take charge of our breathing. Same way we take charge of our mind, our thoughts. So reflect back on today. How did you do? Are you satisfied with your work ethic? Are you satisfied with your determination? Do you use it in its fullness, its beauty? Our determination is invisible. We cannot put our finger on it. We cannot see it, but it is there. We have the power to determine what we will think and what we will do. Today, we've won the morning. We've won our minds, and therefore we can win our day and our life. One breath at a time, one thought at a time. Have a great day, everybody. Have a great life as always. I miss you. I love you guys so much. Keep going. Keep using your determination. Love you guys.
To be happy, build a life, not just a business. Hey, it's Evan Carmichael, and this channel was created to help you overcome the #1 challenge that is holding you back, a lack of belief in yourself. You watch these videos because you know there's something more inside you too. You've got Michael Jordan level genius at something. So today, let's live your best belief life and get some amazing motivation from the one and only Dean Graziosi. Enjoy.
Who could you be doing this for when you want to get up and work out, when you want to take the run, when you want to just take a walk, when you want to say no to the unhealthy food? You know, when your friends are like, oh, stop eating like a bird, stop eating like a cow, eat some real meat, eat some food or whatever it is. It's easy to go, you know, they're probably right. I deserve it. I work hard. Or do you go, no, I'm doing this for my wife. I'm doing this for my husband. I'm doing this for my kids. I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for my 70-year-old self. You know, it's really hard to teach kids to do better things now so they don't get sick at 50, 60, 70. Really hard. They can't see that far in advance. But I talk to my kids like this all the time, and I know it sinks in at some level. It's like, do this for your 60-year-old self. You want to feel great? I mean, I have some dear friends I went to high school with. I love them to death. But 51 hasn't treated them so well, right? 51 hasn't treated them so well. This is not, like, I pray for them. But I remember when I used to make the harder choices. You know, I always say, live the hard way now for an easier life later, or live an easy life now for harder later. I can remember times with some of the exact friends when I'd make healthier choices or different choices, or go to the gym after a night of going out with them and getting home at 2 o'clock, and at 6 o'clock I'm at the gym. Like, you're crazy. Who's crazy? Like, now they're like, I literally have one friend who's like, why didn't I listen to you? He's going through a really tough time health-wise, right? Same age as me. Harder now to live a better life in the future. So who would you do that for? So find a who and think about them. When you feel like eating wrong or making bad choices or not going to the gym, who would you do it for?
Enthusiasm will always outweigh perfection and preparation. I told you all that stuff about the things I'm not so good at for a reason. Because I got through life, the first part especially, by being enthusiastic. My enthusiasm outweighed that I'm not that intelligent, that I don't have a great IQ. All I know is there's so many people that will obsess on making sure everything's perfect before they engage, making sure everything is prepared perfectly, and years go by. You're much better off getting enthusiasm and jumping in the game and learning as you go. Jump out of the plane and hope the chute opens on the way down. Hope. Most of the time it does. You can't score a touchdown being on the sidelines, but you sure can if you're in the game. So I want you guys to give yourselves a break right now, because some of you, if it is real estate, you haven't made your first deal. You haven't talked to a seller or a buyer yet because you're thinking, maybe I'm not an expert yet. I need to get a little more prepared. I need a little more time under my belt. The hell with that. Get in the game, get enthusiastic, get enthusiasm, and just take action. Action creates momentum. Knowledge without action is just good reading, like we said before. And when you find enthusiasm, let me just back up. So where do you find enthusiasm? And here's what I say, is I borrow mine from the past. When I want to be enthusiastic, I look backwards on times that I was scared and still did it. On times when I thought it was going to go wrong, but I made it happen. On times where I had incredible accomplishments. At times where I felt amazing, felt alive. It could be something completely different. It could be a first relationship. It could be anything that lights you up. And borrow that enthusiasm and put it in today's time. Because what it does is it also changes your state of mind. Because here's what I know, when your enthusiasm is down, when you're thinking about everything being perfect, when you're thinking about one step at a time, are you in the right space to take action? When your confidence is down, do you take action? Or do you say, how about when your confidence is down just a little bit and you watch the news? Or you get a friend tell you, oh, stop dreaming, or the economy's gonna crash, or the market's gonna crash. If your confidence is down and your enthusiasm is down, how does that hit you compared to when you feel on fire? Right? When you're down and your confidence is just 10% off, you go, well, yeah, maybe things are good enough the way they are. Maybe I'll just leave it where it is. The hell with that. Borrow the enthusiasm from the past and attack each day.
And it starts with you being completely honest with yourself on where you are right now in history. Where are you after COVID? Where are you that the world has changed? Where are you with your confidence? Where are you with your income? Where are you with your career? Where are you with your happiness around those things? Where are you with your relationship? Where are you with your health, your connection to a higher power? There's lots of things we can use this tool for to get completely honest, because let's just say it like it is. All change starts when you're brutally honest, that you're disturbed by standing still. You're disturbed by inaction. Think about it. That's how we move. That's how the rocket gets off the ground, is being disturbed with leaving your life the way it is. So unfortunately, you're like, oh, now I'm listening to this podcast and I'm going to get disturbed. Yes, because if you're agitated, you move. Right? So let's pick your career, your income, what you do for a living. Where are you with that? Are you happy with your career? Are you happy with the business that you started? Are you happy that you started the business, but it's not really going where you want? Listen, we all make decisions for one of two reasons. We're either moving away from something painful or we want to move towards something pleasurable, right? We either have to get out of this job or we lost our job or it's just toxic or it's not making me the money. I have to move. Or it's okay. It's not bad, but you know you have another level. You know God designed way more for you than you're doing. And the inaction of either one of those should disturb you, either away from the pain or towards the pleasure. So at any time, you could stop and write this down or come back at another time or type it in your phone. If you were being completely honest about your income, your career, what you do for a living, starting the business or not, any of those, if you were completely honest, where are you? Because all change starts with a starting point, right? All directions on your GPS, you need the starting point. Where are you is the starting point. Now that the world has shifted. Sometimes, things like COVID pull back the curtain and make us really analyze our lives. And we don't want to go back to who we used to be. I get it. I see it every day. Okay, the next thing, if you know where you are now, then we have to decide, where do you want to go now? Right? Now, where do you want to go? That sounds like an obvious question. I want more success. I want more happiness. I want more joy. If it's not defined, if it's fuzzy targets don't get hit. We need a definitive plan. We need to know exactly what our compelling future is. We need that lighthouse to drive towards. And what is that for you? Most people know what they don't want. That's just the true story. Most people know what they don't want. They're avoiding potholes. They're driving away from problems, but they're not driving towards where they want to go. If you and I jumped in an elevator together and I said to you, hey, it's a year from now and it was the best year of your life, what's that look like? Where do you want to go? Would you be able to literally in 4 or 5 sentences tell me where it is you want and where you want to go? Or would you go, wow, good question, Dean. Let me think about it, because that's what 90% of the people say. I've been asking people for over a decade. Good question. Let me think about it. How do you know? How can you get to where you want to go if you don't have your GPS on where it is you want to be?
What I never understood is when you were in high school or college or just starting out life, you have these dreams, you have the aspirations, you have these big goals in some cases, right? And the world tells us that we're dreaming. I mean, think about when we want to step out from the line everybody else is having and go after our own and do our own thing, and people saying, hey, get real. When you get a Lola, you'll see that that's not. And all of a sudden, you start squashing your dreams. You start playing smaller in your own life to make people around you feel better. And here's the thing, you quit your dream, you quit your desire, and you take some job that makes somebody else happy, and all of a sudden, you get somebody's arm around you saying, hey, now you're finally growing up. Really? What if you just decided today that you are gonna, whatever it is you're currently doing, you're gonna find it to be fun, you're gonna do it to the best of your ability because it's only temporary. It's only part of your journey. It was designed for you so you could know where you really wanna go. When I see people say, I just hate this, I'm just gonna get by till this comes along. What's gonna come along? Think about that. Is everybody become successful? No, only the ones who go after it. So you got the knowledge, you got the wisdom, you're surrounding yourself with information that has been proven to work. So what's left? It's taking action. That's the formula. Knowledge plus action equals results. What I'd love for you to do today is an action audit. Are you really putting into play what you are learning? Are you just dabbling? Are you over preparing, causing you to be crippled that you're not taking action? And start using whatever it takes to ethically bribe yourself to take action. Listen, today, I didn't want to get up. Simple. Going to the gym at 5:30. My alarm went off at 5. I really didn't want to go. I'm tired. You hear it in my voice. You never hear my voice have a little tiredness. I've been on the move. I've been in a plane every day. I've been teaching every day, talking every day. But what I did is I hacked my own brain. I said, if I don't go work out today, how will that make you feel? I didn't work out yesterday morning because I had to get up at 5 o'clock and jump on a plane. I said, you didn't work out yesterday. You're not going to work out today. How'll that make you feel? When you play with your kids later, what if you're tired? When you put your pants on, there's a little muffin top on your pants. It doesn't matter what it is. I just use whatever it takes to get me to take action. If it's you saying, hey, in 5 years from now, I'm still going to be at this job. I'm still going to be stressed. I'm still going to have these bills. I'm still not going to live the life I want. I still can't retire my parents or take care of my kids or put money away in savings or buy the car I want or have the freedom I want. Whatever it takes, get disturbed. Because if you get disturbed,
it'll cause action. Or if the opposite of being disturbed, say, if I do this, I get to dream, I get to get the house, I get the life, I get more freedom, I get more control of my life. All I'm saying is use whatever it takes in your toolbox, whether it's being disturbed or whether it's getting excited, to take action, because knowledge, listening to me, listening to books, going to masterminds without implementing it is just wasting your time. I wish someone would have pounded into my brain week after week after week that it's not the end game. It's not the magic money machine. It's not the invention you come up with. Success starts at your core. Success starts with the right habits, with the right principles, with the right values. Everybody's trying to plug in the get-rich-quick schemes on top of the wrong foundation, on top of the wrong rules, and then you wonder why you go from opportunity to opportunity and you never go deep, you never make the money, you never become a millionaire, never become financially independent. I will scream from the mountaintops. Maybe it's my age, maybe it's the success I've been blessed to have, but I obsess on looking backwards, understanding what got me here. It wasn't cars when I was in high school, it wasn't cutting firewood when I was in early high school, it wasn't real estate, it wasn't building houses or renting houses or flipping houses. Yes, that was the end result. Writing books, creating courses, doing live events. Yes, that was the end result to massive success in my life. Blessed beyond belief. But if I go upstream, if I really look at what got me here, what powered through unsupportive parents or friends, or not having money and not having a college education, not feeling that smart, not having the confidence in some cases, had nothing to do with those. It had to do with the principles. If you really look at the people who evolve, who reach their full potential, who are at the next level, some people might say they admire them or even have envy for them. It's those who can handle the failures. They can handle when things go wrong. I remember reading many years ago an article about Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx, and how she had multiple failures before Spanx, in fact, I think even a bankruptcy. Don't quote me on that. But when the reporter was asking her, how did you handle those terrible failures, those things that went wrong and still be able to rebound? In my opinion, reading the story, she was almost like dumbfounded that he would ask such a silly question. When she replied and said that growing up, her dad would ask her multiple times during the week, in fact, maybe even once a day, what she failed at today. And if she said nothing, then he would say, well, then you obviously didn't push yourself far enough. You were obviously playing it safe. People fail when they push to the limits. And what happened was, she changed what failure meant to her at a really early age. She realized, which most every successful person does, that failure is the building blocks to your success. Failure must occur in order to reach your next level. Get really disturbed, because when we're disturbed, we move. You stand on hot pavement, what do? Do you stand there and go, wow, this hurts? You know, you run your ass off to get off the hot pavement because you're disturbed, because it's painful. Let the pain sink in. Get disturbed with inaction and take uncomfortable, imperfect action today, not next week, not when it feels right. Now, if someone...
Being in business is like being a gladiator. Think about it.
We've done so... If someone would have told me in my 20s, maybe even in my 30s, that being a part of a group or being a part of a mastermind where everybody's getting smarter is the fastest way to your next level, I would have said, whatever, I don't even know what that is. I don't understand it. The only way I can learn is by getting out there and doing it through my own trial and error. And wasn't I a fool? Listen, you are here because you want another level of success. And if I wasn't completely transparent with you, if I didn't open your mind up to new ways to gain knowledge, wisdom, and capabilities, if I didn't share my own stories, my own evolution, then I'd be doing a massive disservice to you. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I did not read one book in my 20s. Not one. I had dyslexia in school. When I tried to read, I was so embarrassed. It pushed me away from reading. I thought reading was bad. And here's the thing. I made massive gains in my 20s. I went from completely broke, no money, credit card debt, no college education, to being a millionaire in my 20s, documented, or else I wouldn't share it here. And I did that by my own trial and error. I did it by massive amounts of failure, massive amounts of doing it wrong, massive amounts of stress, insane amounts of time obsessing and worrying and thinking and losing sleep over it. Yes, I powered my way through it. I had grit. But what I wasn't smart enough to realize, and what I want to share with you, is I was a fool. Contrary to that, I have a 18-year-old kid that works for me. His name is Ryan, that I mentor and I teach, and he's a part of masterminds. And he is gaining the collective wisdom of people who have already experienced what he wants to do. So if I was going to boil down what a mastermind is different than a live event where someone's at the front of the room pitching to you or sharing with you or teaching you. I've been to countless live events. They're amazing. They're game changers. But a mastermind is a brainstorm. A mastermind is, think of collective wisdom in a room. So let's say you wanted to learn how to write a book and sell it on social media. Now, you can look at all the other ads, read books about it, go out, write your book, and try to sell it. Amazing. Much better than just writing it and guessing it. If you model other people, wonderful. If you read a book on it, wonderful. How much better would that be if you went to a live event and someone was up on stage and they gave a 60-minute presentation on how they took an idea in their head and then turned it into a book and then turned it into marketing and sold a lot? That's another level, right? Pages and pages of notes. But now let's talk about a mastermind. What if you were in a mastermind with 20 other people who have already written books that were successful on social media, and you got to be in that collective wisdom, in that collective consciousness of success, meaning you get to learn from each of their, when I say collective, you could say, have one person say, wow, it took me about a year to write the book. And someone says, oh my God, I know it used to take me a year to write a book, but here's what I do. I get my phone out and I just go through the voice memo and I come up with chapter heads. And then when I'm in the mood, even when I'm in the car driving, I just hit record and I record the whole chapter. And then I take it and I forward it to Rev. They're a transcription service that's really cheap, really inexpensive, and they have it back in like 5 hours. Then when that gets back, I just edit my own words and oh my God, I had a chapter done. So I did that 12 times. I had my 12 chapters and the book was done. And you're like, oh my God, that just saved me a year. Okay, give me that information on how to write it. And then someone else goes, yeah, I did something similar when I got my book done. It took me about 6 months to get momentum to sell it on Facebook. And someone else goes, oh, whoa, wait a minute. When I got done, I thought the same thing. But what I did is I started making 1-minute hook videos on Instagram. And what I did is, in those 1 minute, I would deliver a massive amount of value in the beginning. I'd say, hey, here's a secret that you need if you want to lose weight, go faster, make more money, be healthier, have a better relationship. Here's one secret. Hey, if you'd like more of those secrets, click the link on this page and get my book. And you go, wow, how many books did you sell on Instagram like that with those 1-minute power messages? 10,000. Oh my God, can I have that idea? Yes. Now, I'm exaggerating here, but do you see how masterminding, how brainstorming with the collective wisdom in the room, all of a sudden you get years and years and years of experience, all by the people who have been there or done or even failed at what you want. Here's the greatest thing about being around people when they go, yeah, I'm going to write this book and I'm going to sell it for $25 on Facebook. Somebody says, I tried it on Facebook for 25. For some reason, you can't get momentum. I tried it every way to Sunday, got the best marketing people on the planet. But here's what I did learn. If you sell it for under 19, and then you have a customer funnel, you over-deliver so much on the book that people come back and buy more products from you, it's okay to lose money on the front because they'll love you because you wrote such a good book. They'll come back and buy more of your products and you'll still be more cash flow positive and you can impact the world, get your book out to people instead of try to ask so much on the front. That might have taken him 5 years or her 5 years to figure out. You know how quick you get it? Just like that. So why?